While the Water and Power Authority is steadily trying to recover from the hurricanes Irma and Maria, the PSC, which regulates the utility in the Virgin Islands, is optimistic of some of WAPA's plans in increasing operational efficiency.
WAPA, simply they're working to move forward using what they have, looking at phasing out some of what they have, implementing new equipment generating systems over time. So I still believe that we're going to see within, I'd say, give it a year's period of time, some of that new generation come online. There's some units that they have on lease that are in disrepair, that are being repaired, that probably would have been coming back online sooner rather than later, but because of the storms and those different pieces, those things are now pushed back out further.
Okay. With the governor and WAPA officials speaking about microgrids as part of the resiliency package, the PSC sees the integration of renewable energies as a possible factor to reducing the overall cost of energy in the territory.
Organizations that want to sell power to WAPA, basically they're using variation in technologies, waste of energy, for example, ocean thermal probably, solar, wind generation, and by law they have the ability to resale maybe up to 10 megawatts of power into the grid, but it has to be on a need basis. If WAPA needs it, they'll procure it over that period of time. But these qualified facilities, they have to build their own systems, maintain them. You know, the piece that between them and WAPA is the tie-in at the point that they tie into the grid and how you control that. But as a part of the IRP, that whole consequence can help to drive the cost of fuel down, because you have spinning reserves at WAPA, you have the different variations in technology, the fact that you bring in new, smaller units that can burn multiple sources of fuel. All of that helps to reduce the cost. But I foresee that that's going to be over a little longer period of time.
While encouraged by WAPA's efforts to increase operational efficiency during post-hurricane recovery, PSC Chairman Williams is still realistic about some of the challenges they've had with WAPA and his goals to mending them.
Our greatest goals is to develop a better working relationship with the utility, specifically WAPA. We have relatively good working relationships with most other utilities that we regulate. We got to build a better sense of trust between WAPA and the PSC. We've had a lot of fights, let's use that term, over authority and the level of authority that the PSC holds versus that of WAPA. And we find ourselves a lot of times being treated as if we're the average consumer out there. We don't have that authority because they always put forward management authority, and their job is to manage. We totally get it. We totally appreciate it. Our thing is that our job is to police your management. And if you don't like it, that's a problem. So we got to build more trusting relationships going forward. In the past, what we had attempted to do, issues like WAPA having the ability, or any other utility having the ability to push back continuously on decisions we make. If we file an order at a meeting like our past meeting this week saying that you have a time frame to do something, or this is the vehicle to do it in, and the utility figures that, well, we don't agree, so we're going to file a notice of reconsideration. Those can create where we stand today with WAPA. We're in court. There's been previous court cases that if you do the research, you'll see where the court basically said, you are the regulator, but you only have but so much authority. So things like that, we need to clarify and clean up. Because if we're to regulate and we don't have the ability to regulate or the authority to regulate, then we're just spinning wheels. During this year as well, one of the other great things that I'm hoping for us to push forward is the legislation and adopting new changes to legislation. We are so antiquated, we are so far behind. And the authority doesn't, the regulatory authority that we have doesn't have as much force and effect as it needs to ensure that we're gonna get the best rate, the most prudent rate. We're gonna be able to get the quality of service that all the utilities that we regulate that they put it out there to the community that they serve.